sorry ass DJ.
You can get some.
It's here. The Vortex by Garrett has arrived. Revolutionary, visionary, extraordinary. Look into the earth with precision and depth. Understand the target before you dig. Find less trash, more treasure. Introducing our ground-busting, multi-dimensional, multi-frequency technology. A complex analysis of a target's conductive and ferrous properties. See multiple targets on one screen. Simple ferrous or iron targets appear in this lower ferrous scale. Desired targets appear in this non-ferrous scale. Tricky iron targets appear on multiple scales. Sharp, accurate graphical target ID display. With this robust detection system, lightning-fast target separation, and fully submersible down to 16 feet, you'll hunt farther and faster than ever before. The world's first fully transformable detector. Choose your detector and upgrade it anytime without investing in new hardware. When you're ready for more, plug in and purchase. Embrace the power, technology, and transformation potential for the best hunts of your life. Vortex by Garrett. Embrace the storm.
Oh. Good evening, everyone. Episode 213 of the Big Detecting Show with me, Adrian, and...
Oh, we started! Oh, sorry, I was just
Dawn.
putting a bit of lipstick on.
Dave, you all right, Dawn?
Hello.
Yes.
You all right, Adrian?
Yeah, I'm fine. Dave's in Turkish this week, and next week.
I've
So
seen the
Dawn's...
pictures of him sunning himself by the pool.
Always cough at the beginning of the show. Must be nerves. Yes, he was ill, but he's all right now, I think.
Did he have like the bottom squirts?
He said he messaged me and said he was shivering.
Oh.
He hadn't slept. No, he had the opposite of the bottom. He had a blockage, I think. But we don't want to talk about Dave's bottom. Not yet. But yeah, so Dawn's kindly come on this week to co-host with me, which is good. Sorry, we're going to talk about Garrett Vortex, and Dawn's got some other bits and bobs to talk about. And next week, we've got Staffordshire searcher Shane, and also the chairman of the National Council of Metal Detecting to talk to us about a few things, Alan Tamblin. So if you've got any questions you want to ask, feel free to get in the chat. So who have we got here tonight? Nick West. Hi, Nick. Jim Painting. Hello, Jim. He's got strawberries. Yes?
Right, I can see now.
Jim Painting's got strawberries and Cornish ready, and San Miguel ready for tonight's show. Lovely, Jim. Stephen Brame, hi. Oh, Stephen's in Lanzarote. Have a great show. Back with you next week. Well, Stephen, you can watch it on holiday. Andrew T, greetings. Dawn in the house. Andrew's in Canada. Jelly, hi, how are you? Stephen Brain was late last week. Mercian Metal Detecting. He's got a Vortex, I think. I think he's got a Vortex. Dominic, our winner last week from a not to triple score. Well done, mate. I've got a little video to show that. Ian Greenall, David Evans, Donna Martin. Hi, Donna. She's just watered the allotment and she's bought a Not to Legend off Dave, someone she knows. It's on charge. So that'll be interesting how you get on with that. Hi, Carl Ellis. I hope you're well. Don't know who he is. Graham
Dempsey.
Graham Dempsey. Garrett. Hi, Garrett.
You say hello to everybody, don't you? I'll just have to be quick.
I won't say hello to everyone, but I will. Especially say hello to Tom Otis Arms. He's watching from the Isle of Mull.
Oh, is it? We do a song about that one, don't we?
He's having a beer or two. Top man. I just saw one there. Someone. Eagle-eyed DJ. Just need to put him in timeout because he's rude. Yes. I saw that. Michael Jarvis. You found a fibula, Dawn.
Yes, I did Actually, I found a fibula, and I'd only been on the internet about an hour letting people know, and immediately somebody told me to let you know because you'd be really jealous. Is that right? Mine had a spring in it and everything, Adrian. I do think there was an end bit snapped off. I think it should have been a little bit longer. But, in terms of everything else, it's just perfect.
I don't know.
First one, so, your first one of anything is always amazing.
Is it your first one?
Yeah, well, I've had a broken ones before where they've been bits of a fib, but not one with actual, what do they call the end bits? The lugs. The lugs.
Yeah, well, different. Yeah, I mean.
And then you've got the bit, and then it's got all the spring in it as well.
I mean, I've found broken ones, and I've got Roman permissions and find Roman coins. It was only where are we? End of last year. One of my permissions. Me, my son, my mate James, and Dan from Treasure Hunting magazine went out one morning, and we probably pulled up 20 or 30 Romans. Really nice. And I was thinking, right, fibula. and didn't come up. And I found one about 5 years ago. I haven't found one since. Everything else, gold rings, gold noble, staters, everything. Hammers, Tilby pennies, you name it, everything, but not.
Do you know what? Sorry, do you know what my one is? A silver thimble. I cannot find a silver thimble. Don't be getting one out to show me. Everybody always shows me the beautiful thimbles that they find.
There's a book that's available from Greenlight Publishing. Oh, where have I put
What's it called? Silver Thimbles.
It's called Thimbles, but they've got gold ones. People have found gold ones. So I really, I don't know what that book is.
I've had copper ones, like the poor copper ones that are all like. But I want a really nice decorated silver one.
Yeah, there are some beautiful ones out there.
Huh?
But there's some lovely ones. I can't remember this book. It's on greenlightpublishing.com and it's Thimbles, but it's here it is. I've got so many books. Look at that.
Oh, you have got one as well, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
well, I won't be needing that. There's nothing for me to identify in that.
Well, what's interesting and sad is there's children's thimbles and they're like won't even fit on your little finger.
Tiny ones. I've seen them as well. Beautiful, aren't they?
So,
anything like that I'd like, but no, I just seem to be thimbles. I can't find. I've got 3 Gothic florins. And I've got 160 cartwheel pennies, as everybody knows. I've even got some of them Victorian pencil sharpeners, and I'm getting collections of them. Too. I think I've got about 3 of them now. Yeah, I just can't find a thimble.
See, cartwheel pennies, like I don't know. I've found probably not a lot, 4 or 5, in the last few years, if that. But they're massive, and when you find them, it like blows your ears off, doesn't it?
Yeah. But again, it goes down to the area, doesn't it? I've got 65. I seem to find one every time I go out, because up here, at that particular time, was very industrialised with all the mills and the cotton mills and everything. It's where it all started. So they were all getting paid in pennies, you see, and that's why they're all over. Whereas where you live, Essex, you were still like trading in your whatever spices or whatever you do.
Well, I keep finding hammers. So Tom Dempster's. It's true though. Hammers down here are.
Yeah, but we haven't got any. I mean, I only found that one once.
No.
And then I was cursed for a year and I had to go back and bury it and put it back.
I keep finding them around my house. I bet I've got one on my So that was found the other week. That's a bit of a dirty, messy one, a broken one, but they're pretty common. Found that the other day. That was quite nice. You can't see it. It's Jubilee, Queen Victoria Jubilee, 1873. I think.
I call them Jubilee things. What is it, like a brooch?
I think it was like, probably like a cheap charity necklace thing. But I've got to clear those up. I've got certain things on my desk that I research.
Well, I do. I usually have a pile along here. And that, so when I'm working, I stop every now and then and I'll pick a coin up and I spend 10 minutes on it, doing something. Then put it back again.
Whilst you're going to be working. We've also got Adrian's Wall tonight, and we've got a competition, and we're giving away a new product that's not out yet, and I think it'll be quite popular. So I won't say too much, but whoever wins Adrian's Wall tonight, we'll get that posted out to them tomorrow. So it's metal detecting related to use in the field. Before I forget, Dominic sent a video. I was going to play it, but I don't think I will because he's over the moon with his triple score that he won last week on the show, and he thanked Dilek and me and Dave and everyone. So thank you, Dominic. And he's not opening it yet because his children are on Cub Camp or Scout Camp, and they're coming home tomorrow night, and he's promised them he won't open it until they get home. So bless him. So he's going to do that. Yeah. We do have a video, actually. One of our viewers, I hope he's in the chat. I forgot his name. Matt Kent. Is Matt Kent in the chat? He seems to come in a bit late. I think he watches Coronation Street or EastEnders or something. But Matt sent a nice video, not to me. He probably did send it to me on Facebook, but I didn't go on it. He sent a nice video of him receiving this month's copy of Treasure Hunting magazine. So I'll just play it for our viewers because it's quite funny. I think it's funny.
Oh.
What's that, Bella? Who's this? Zoe! Look at this guy. Who is this man?
Oh, is that not the...
One of the most experienced field testers in the world.
Wow!
So thank you, Matt Kent. Dave sent me that, and I thought it was Dave filming it. But yeah, just those who want to know, this month's Treasure Hunting magazine is out now. I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. Every time I go, so I couldn't work out why my screen keeps going off. It's because my wireless keyboard's over there. This month's Treasure Hunting magazine's out now. Field test on the Manticore, hammered horde, and also 67 grand steel matrix.
Wow.
67 grand. Imagine that.
What are they made out of? It doesn't look like a precious metal.
No, it's aluminium and plastic infill, which I cannot get my head round. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Don't start on me already.
I did have something the other month, didn't I? I got you wound up on.
Always get me. Always.
But yes, right. Where are we? We've got a lot of people in the chat. A lot of people. Jim Panting, thank you. His magazine arrived this morning. Rather than go to the newsagents, go to Treasure Hunting magazine website and subscribe. Also, sorry, Dawn, I'll get on. Talking of Treasure Hunting magazine, this might interest you, Dawn, actually, if you wanted to do it. Now, on their website, there's a little thing here that says submit a find. And if you click on there, can you still see the screen?
Just about. It's just, yeah, Michael Jarvis is just blocking the arrow.
Oh, what have I done? Yeah, so you can basically submit your finds now via the Treasure Hunting magazine website. So
that's a lot easier, isn't it? I think people will enjoy doing that, you know, because you can sit there and take your time, can't you? And get it right.
So there's a thing in the corner where you just move your mouse on and you can click submit there. So I thought I'd show that if anyone wants to submit a find. Jim Panting in the chat has, a few other people have as well, but it's a lot easier than faffing about with emails and your attachments.
I will probably put my new fibula in.
I bet.
Just so you can see, Adrian.
Yeah, it might not make this month or next month or the month after. But yes, so more importantly, Dawn, we're here tonight to talk a little bit about Vortex. Which you've been fortunate to have one for 3 weeks now, 4 weeks?
Yeah, about 3 weeks. Yeah, about 3 weeks. It's Italy, yeah. And it's been, I mean, as you know, I've not been able to show certain things, and it's been quite frustrating. I know other people have got frustrated, you know, and I feel quite frustrated that I can't say certain things. But what I can tell you is that it's not like a Garrett machine, Adrian. So, you know, when people keep saying, is it like this? Is it like the Apex? Is it like this? It's not like anything. So it's very difficult to compare. It's definitely not an Apex, and it's definitely not an AT Max. If you know what I mean when you have a go, you'll know exactly what I mean when you have a go. And it absolutely, if I could use one word for it, would be enjoy. So I'm not, you know, it's a machine. You know, when you've swapped, you'll know this. You know, when you swap machines, and sometimes it takes a couple of weeks for you to get to grips with what's going on, and you have a couple of weeks of frustration, don't you? Well, with this, I picked it up and I just seemed to be able to use it straight away. But I don't understand it, if you know what I mean. I know it sounds a bit conflicting, that, but I can use it straight away. I didn't have any of that frustration that I had when I went from the 400i to the AT Max. which I did, trying to learn the sounds and everything else. I didn't go through that at all.
Are the tones different on the Vortex to the Apex?
Well, it's got about 5. It's got a number of tones on it, so they are they're similar. Yeah, they are similar to the Garrett sound, if you know what I mean. They're not as ding dong. They're not like the Ace range sounds, and they do sound. I've got to say, they do sound totally different in your headphones to when So if your only experience of ever hearing a Garrett is with somebody in the field that's got no headphones on, and the ding ding ding, because it does sound different. Do you find that it sounds different in your headphones?
So I'm testing a couple of machines at the moment, and one of them, the headphones, it's really bassy compared to what it normally sounds like. So it's not great. I think transferring sound from a detector to headphones is probably, I don't know because I don't make them, but one of the most complicated things to do. You've got to get the no delay. You've got to get the crispness right, and there's also other things like interference and stuff like that, and that's only going to get worse in years to come when everything's like Bluetooth wireless and mobile phones. And so I think, I do find some machines. There's one brand that I'd say it sounds exactly the same as what it does through the speaker, but most do sound different. Yeah, I mean, what was it? You think how far we've come in the last 10 years on detectors and the tones, we've gone from sort of single tone to two tone and now multi-tone, and
and then you get signs of tone as well. I try and explain that to people sometimes when it's a big sound or a small sound and that, and people are like, what are you talking about? But I remember when I first started, and I didn't used to use headphones when I started because I was always on my own. I wasn't in group gigs or anything. And everyone used to say, you need to put your headphones on. You need to put your headphones on. I was getting told that all the time. And I just thought it was, at the time, I only had the wire, you see. And it was that wire was really irritating me. I felt like I was being like entangled with it all the time because I hate wires. And so that's why I didn't use them. So when I went on to actually started using headphones, I could see exactly what they meant. And now, if I went out and I hadn't left my headphones at home, I'd probably be proper stressed. In fact, I'd have to go home and get them.
Unlike me, not last weekend, the weekend before, I've got me spade. So I had to dig everything with a trowel.
There's nothing, what's the worst? When you get to a group dig or a dig somewhere that's quite a distance and you walk all the way there having a good chat and you get to the field and you go, where's my spade?
Well,
in the car.
The machine I had, I'll say what it is. It's a Golden Mask, the Golden Mask 7, I think I've got at the moment. And that goes deep, really deep. And I was on a hard, dry field. I was like, oh my God. And it was a nightmare. And I've got my knee pad. So the ground was like rocky clay and it was digging into me. But yeah, it's headphones. You still, Rodney Cook and Detectable, you still get a lot of people without headphones. You hear them.
I would always recommend it now. I mean, I can see why they don't have them, but really you do need them, I think.
Unless if you've got a hearing aid, I didn't know about that. If you've got a hearing aid, how that works with a detector.
I'll tell you what was funny, actually, talking about hard ground. When we went over to Italy to have a look at the Vortex
you went
the first time, we was dying to have a go, obviously, because there it was and we couldn't go. And the weather was so hot. It'd gone from like we've been in winter, went from winter to like about 42 degrees. And excuse me, did a little burp then, sorry.
At least it was out the front and not the back.
And anyway, so we were dying to get out. So we got in this field. Honestly, there was people coming out of it with broken pickaxes. So it was that frustrating because I couldn't really dig anything. You know what I mean? Because it was that hard.
Yeah. What was it? 35 degrees or something?
Yeah, it was up there and the rest.
Yeah.
But it was cloudy as well.
Oh, so muggy as well. What?
So
Going back to the Vortex out in Italy when you saw it, did you ask Garrett why they've gone with blue? Because I think that's the new. You said about the machine, the Vortex. It's a totally different new machine. It's literally leaps
yeah,
and
and I think
bounds.
that might be why they've gone from a completely different colour to say, look, it's not part of any range. It's just a machine on its own.
But Garrett
And,
also.
They've tried to, they've been innovative with this upgrade thing, because I know there's all rumours going around where people think that you're going to charge for updates, which is not right. You'd get free updates like every other machine will get. It's just that if you want to make the machine, to the next level, instead of having to take your old machine to the shop and try and sell that and then buy a new stick with it, because it's only the software that changes. So now you just pay the extra bit and you upgrade it to the next machine. So you can keep your coils. You don't have to mess up. It's
quite innovative actually. I mean, talking about blue, Garrett. I'll just show this. Announced this week. This is a new cleaner. Garrett Keeper Cleaner Brush. Garrett Keeper Cleaner Brush. That's going to be good. Actually, we could do a drink.
Yeah, see, drink 2 cans of Peroni and see if we can say it. What is it?
I was going to. It's like Peggy Babcock, isn't it? Peggy Babcock. That used to be on TV. Actually,
right. It's going to ruin my green screen.
Oh yeah, sorry. But yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see a lot of things with Garrett in blue. I wonder if they're going to bring a new pinpointer out. Which brings me on to the Vortex. Is that the dog?
I'm just letting Diggy out for a week.
Oh, right. I've got to check. I haven't let mine out. Will the does the Vortex work wirelessly with the Garrett pinpointer?
Yeah, it's just the same. It's exactly the same as sort of the wireless technology that's been in the Apex and the AT Maxes, and it's just the same. Yes, everything just works the same wirelessly. But it's it's lovely to swing. It's very, very light and very well balanced. And it's one thing that I really noticed. You can do quite a long time, and I mean, and you just don't go home aching at all. Whereas if you do a long day with the AT Max, you know that you've done a full day. It's like a bit of a workout, really, on this side, on your back and your muscles. But with that, I just seem to swing. It's just enjoyable. That's what I'm saying. I just enjoy it.
Yeah, it's you're going to have a really fat arm this time next year because you've got a lighter machine.
Well, I had one arm that was massive and muscly, and one was just like a fat wobbly sausage. So I mean, it's done me good really, because as long as I have this arm on show, it's not too bad. We've put the fat wobbling arm on.
Dawn, when you had a chip shop, did you sell Savoloys?
Well, strangely, when I did have a chip shop, my partner at the time was from London. So, you see, he wanted to sell Savoloys. So we were possibly one of the only chippies in the whole of the Northwest that sold Savoloys.
Did you sell them, though?
Yeah. But they like to call them spicy sausage. Give us one of them spicy sausage.
They've got pepper in, but they're not spicy.
Well, they'll call them spicy sausage. That's what they like to call them. They wouldn't say Savoloys. They wanted to say spicy sausage.
Does your local chip shop sell Savoloys?
No. Usually chippies are just like normal, big sausage, or sometimes you get them battered.
Sometimes get them battered?
Yeah, you can have them battered or just not battered.
Oh my God, down here, I'd say 90% are battered, 10% not battered.
Oh, well, it's the opposite up here.
And then it's touch or go between Savaloy and sausage and batter. Do you do cod roe? You don't do cod roe?
What's cod roe? Fish eggs?
Yeah.
We're northern. We don't eat stuff like fish eggs. We eat proper stuff like the fish.
It's weird, isn't it? It's like talking to someone in France.
Well, yeah, when you go to Scotland and they fry everything.
Yeah.
They're in a different, So, but yeah, it's battered sausage. That what would be 10% usually. You've just got a pile of raw sausage there.
Sorry, I've gone from talking about the Garrett Vortex detectors, Savaloys and Codrow. So with the Vortex, it's due to come out soon. What's the update on that?
Well, they had said originally it was going to be shipping from the factory in Texas end of July, beginning of August. So that was originally, but then they've said that they're going to put some new things on it through an update that they were going to put on in October. I'm not sure what these things are, but they're going to. It's quite a big update. So I think what they've decided to do is, rather than having people doing a big update in October, just put it back a couple of weeks and get it all ready, right? To go. So it's looking now like they're going to be shipping. According to Marcus, who I've had a bit of a chat with, and again, we're just surmising, but probably like getting towards the end of August, they'll start shipping out from the actual Texas factory.
Oh, so not that long.
No.
So
and I think Regtons are getting a direct shipment, so it means it's not going through the Europe transportation type thing.
Oh, really?
So I think, yeah. Marcus will put me right on that if I'm wrong. But yeah, so, will we have them for Detectival and Rodney Cook? I'm not sure. Possibility. There's a possibility. Yeah, I think they'll be here for then.
I think they will. I think.
I'll have to be lending Victor to everybody.
Rob Random, is the Vortex the best machine that Garrett make now? Depends, Rob, on your budget and how... Yeah, it's a good call, actually. I'm
going to say, I'm going to put, well, in my opinion, which is just my opinion, and obviously it's not a completed machine yet, and I'm only on certain bits of land and all the rest of it, but it's my go-to machine now. I wouldn't think twice about getting poor Maxie out of the cupboard and taking Maxie out for a day. Ain't going to happen. Whereas when I had the Apex, you see, I was a bit torn. I still wanted to go the other way, But with this, it's just like, I just love it. I just want to go out with it. It's so fast as well, you see. It's got like the reactivity, when I'm swinging on it. It's just really fast. I'm able to go a bit quicker.
I bet you'll go out with your AT Max in the beginning of February next year.
You think I'll go out? What is that? Some sort of prediction?
Yeah.
Is there a forfeit if it doesn't happen?
No. I went out with not last month before. I went out with the Root Assault 71, which is like 5 years old machine, heavy batteries, just for a change. And it's a bit like what car did you have when you were 21, Dawn?
Mark II Cortina.
Okay, 25.
An MG Maestro.
Would you like to get in that now?
No,
probably not. But it's like
I've got an ST. I'm not going to get in an MG Maestro. Yeah. I meant to.
But it's like you like going back a bit for a bit of change, and things sometimes I think can be a bit simpler and easier. So one day you might wake up and I've got to charge the Vortex. Oh, the Apex, that's under the bed or whatever, or in the bed. Yeah, probably. And AT Pro, I'll take it out, and you'll probably find a load of stuff. Because I think it's if you can afford it, it's nice having one or two or possibly three detectors, and it is nice to just change now and again. But going back to the Vortex is what's it? Not multi-frequency, DPD or what is it?
Multi-dimensional, multi-frequency. And then what that means really is just giving you an image on the screen.
Yeah. So
it's still taking me a little while to sort of learn that image. It's the same as when you learn sounds and learn. I'm still going through that process on it. But it does give you a good idea, as if it gives you a better idea if something's going to be good, because you get where those ones where they're a bit iffy and you think, not sure what. the iron images starts appearing.
Yeah,
obviously I'm digging everything so I can look at it and see what it's doing. And it's usually right. I mean, obviously, I'm still the mood tubes and stuff still come up in the middle. Well, they do it at the minute. When the updates are finished, they might not. But I don't think any detector's ever going to miss them type of things ever.
No, I mean, I'm the sort of person who turns traction control off in a car. So when it comes to detectors, I put trust in me a bit more than a screen. And I know the Manticore's got its 2D display as well, you know, the screen.
It looks quite similar to that. I was looking at there was a guy who was showing me his Manticore when I was on a group dig, was chatting to him, and he was showing me the screen, and I was surprised that it had the similar sort of iron things, didn't it?
Yeah, it's more of a sort of graphical display, but I've found the tones from the machine are more reliable than the visual display.
Well, I think you do. I go off tones a lot.
But I
usually go off the tones and then look at the screen second.
Yeah, but I agree. Changing the subject slightly, because I'm seeing people putting a lot of comments in the chat.
And you're just ignoring them, Adrian.
I am. I'm just
so rude as a host.
I'm talking to you about Savaloys. Up me duck detects. I took my Mrs. Dad's C-scope out the other day, Adrian. I'm grateful for my not triple score, but that machine got me into detecting, and there's a massive difference from there to now. I totally agree, and it's sometimes nice to go back to the basics. Like, don't get me wrong, it's lovely getting in a new car and you've got your aircon, your cruise control, your power steering, your ABS, and your radar all around the car. But it's also nice getting in a car where you can absolutely spin the wheels, handbrake turn. No handbrakes anymore. Can't do that. And it's nice to go back. Have you? Hmm? I could talk to you about facts on handbrakes. 82% of new cars don't have a handbrake. They have an electric handbrake.
Oh, no, I've got a nice handbrake. So I can do wheel spins and that, like donuts in it. And that.
The average repair cost for a traditional handbrake is £160. For an electric handbrake, it's about £400 to £500. So watch this space in the next 3 or 4 years. Anyway, you're talking about C-scope there, up me duck. Those who've got a C-scope, who want to buy a C-scope,
I'm just going to have to go feed Diggy, he's crying. Sorry.
Okay. Those who've got a C-scope detector or love C-scope, and you're thinking of getting another one. So if you've got a PI, CS4 PI, I've forgotten the model, CS6MI, I think, the top of the range C-scope detector, single frequency, 17 hertz, but really powerful, basic. They've only gone and knocked, I think, 150 quid off it at the moment. So for £499, you can buy it direct from C-scope. And I think it's normally £650. So C-scope have got this sale on at the moment, and they were knocking out their PI machine the other week for I think it was £295, and that machine's been going for years. So if you're interested, C-scope have got a deal on at the moment. So if you head over to C-scope or Google it, they've got a deal. I think it lasts to the 4th of August. But Tony Kaywood's in there. He's waffling on. And Dave is on holiday and doesn't know any technical stuff. No, he doesn't. That's why it's nice having Dawn on tonight, because I can actually talk about metal detectors and Savaloys. Jim Panting likes the hodograph on Rootus machines. Yes, I think that is probably one of the most accurate ones I've used on the Versa, especially. And the Versa's got a new update 4.7. So if you've got one, you can update that from the Rootus website, which is available now. TC detects the more info a machine gives you, the better. Does it, Tony? Does it? Because what if it's not right?
Yeah, because it's never always right, is it? There's never a time you get that perfect. You know, you get things on their edge and different angles and everything, haven't you?
Wayne Atwill, I contacted Garrett USA the other day to get some info on the Vortex, and I was told to speak to my local dealer, and then he's put something about Crackhead Dave knows nothing. I don't know who Crackhead Dave is, but Philip Wills, regular viewer, really good question by Philip Wills here. I was just wondering if there was actually anything to be gained by a detector being able to find tiny stuff if there are worthless finds.
I don't know what the question means.
So,
do you mean like little tiny blobs of nothing?
Yeah. So, I'll give an example. The multi-frequency. There's certain brands that more than other, but since multi-frequency has evolved massively, I've been able to pick up a 177 air rifle target, which is probably air rifle pellet, which is probably smaller than that.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
6 inches down. And Philip's got a good point. Has anyone found anything valuable that small? I have found a Roman hairpin.
There's been little Tudor. You can get little Tudor pins sometimes that are gold, aren't they? Like the pin heads. You can get them. I've seen that. There is little. Probably.
I did the Mine Lab. Oh God, Mine Lab. Bloody hell. Oh, I've just field tested it. Mine Lab Xterra Elite, which is multi-frequency and single frequency. That was pulling out, the gold ear studs you get, or women have. Dave's probably got them on his nipples or something, but that was pulling those up on the beach, probably 4 or 5 inches down. So it's good. It's good call.
I mean, you got a quarter of a hammered had come up at I've dug a really tiny little bit of quarter of a hammered before now. I mean, them are small, aren't they? And they're not worth anything, but they're great finds.
Talking of hammereds, Garrett did something on the Vortex, which I was quite pleased to see. They basically had the thin silver or something.
Coin mode. It's a different mode that they've got. It's thin coin mode.
Have you?
And I think that's been designed purposely for hammered coins, for obviously not for the American market, but for over here, because as you know, that Steve and everybody's always over here. They love detecting over here, and they can see that it's an important feature. So I think they've added it. Yeah.
It'd be interesting how it. Although some good stuff's already been found with testing with it, so we'll see. I'm looking forward to getting an older one. Very much so.
You know what? I am, because I get a lot of a lot of people trust me what I'm saying because they know I'm honest. But you also get a lot of people that wouldn't believe anything I say at all, even because of Garrett and stuff like that. So I am myself looking forward to the public getting it. I am actually looking forward to that happening because I know that they're going to have a similar response to how I feel, and I just enjoy it massively. I mean, is that what it's not about detecting, to go out enjoying it?
Yeah. I went, where did I go? I went on a dig about a month ago, and there were 2 Garrett users, one with an AT Pro and one with an Ace 400i. And they come up to me and said, I've heard there's a new Garrett machine coming out, because that's when they were doing the Storm, the videos on YouTube. And I said, yeah. And they said, oh, we've been waiting 3 or 4 years for a new Garrett machine. So I'll be quite intrigued, because it's evolved massively from the original Ace range, and it's a game changer compared to that.
Oh yeah, no.
But price wise, it's not that big a step. I mean, compared to an AT Pro.
I think it goes back to Garrett again about what Garrett's core principles are, and they've always been really highly customer focused. They've always been like that. They've been well known for the customer service and the customer care. They've always really, really been focused on the customer, and they are aware, as like we all are, that we're not living in an age of wealth at the minute. Everybody's struggling. So so to be able to make a detector that people don't have to start spending incredible amounts of money on, but they're detecting at a high level, because that's how it feels. So you could start off with a fight, and instead of having to find the money to get an upgrade, which a lot of people can't do, You know,
Well, you could get
a
it.
lot of money, isn't it? You know.
Get the new Vortex on finance from Regton's, can't they?
Well, you'd have to ask Regton's. I don't know about their
I think they do finance.
I think they probably do, but you know what I'm saying. I think that's why they've not gone for a big Manticore or a up there, because you know them machines are there for those elite people that want that sort of level machine. But you look across the world, where's the biggest market really? Where's the machines that people need?
Wales.
No, I'm not sure. You know what I mean?
Gary Taylor, he's still waiting to buy a Vortex. And Rob Random, Garrett had to do something with price range because of Nocta's range that is affordable. Yeah, probably, Rob, but at the same time, they probably had a price in mind a year, 2 years, and I think it's been in the workings.
It's been in development since the Apex came out, so it's not like something that's just been. It's been on the cards in development since then.
Yeah, it is good though at the moment because you've got Nocta, Mind Lab, a C-scope, like I mentioned earlier, knocking 150 quid off their top range machine. Garrett, everyone's out there at the moment pushing cheap detectors, not cheap detectors.
But that's where most people are in terms of finance nowadays, aren't they? Really.
Yeah, I think you know, if you come in the hobby now, if you came in like 10 years ago, you sort of had cheap. Okay,
yeah, and then you've gone really up and up and up, haven't you? And you've gone up.
And now it's sort of gone like that. And it's like, I'm actually going to be field testing a machine that you probably don't even know exists, Dawn, and a lot of people in the chat next month that's 189 or 185 pounds. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. It's not multi-frequency. It's not got wireless headphones. It takes a PP9 battery, and it's not foreign-ish sort of. And,
foreign-ish?
Well, no, it's you can't buy it on Temu or Wish. You can't buy it on Temu.
Oh,
or Wish. You buy it in the UK, and it comes with a warranty, and it comes with an English instruction manual. And I thought I'm going to do it because you're right. At the moment, people haven't got much money. It is getting hard. Even though they're saying the interest rates have dropped 0.25%, woohoo! Energy bills are going to be going up. No one's got any money, and I think you talk to any dealer out there, and it's like
well, everybody's suffering in every sort of area, aren't they?
Yeah, I think
it has a knock-on effect, doesn't it? You know, you haven't got any money, food ain't got any money, businesses, and you know, and really, it's I know we can't believe it, you know, but it's what?
There's music playing then.
What's that? Is it haunted music? Is it Dave from the Turkey playing some sort of turkey music?
It sounded like Big Ben. Anyway, that was quite weird. Otis Arms, Tom Dempster, lovely guy. He's just put in the chat. It's the first Garrett in a long time that's caught my attention. I can see one being added to the collection. Yeah, I think it's
definitely. You know, I think I've found more with that in the past month than I found for ages, and it's because you know, like I've been walking. Oh yeah, Regton do 0%. Yeah, you see, and I've heard things on a ping on the edge. You know where, and I thought, oh, go back for that, and it's coins and stuff like that. It's really good. What was Dawn's very first machine? It was a Garrett Euro Ace. No, it wasn't. It was a Tandy. The very first machine was a. Where did it get? Where Tandy? What was the other electrical store?
It was Tandy.
No, there was Tandy, and there was another one.
Oh, yeah, there was.
Maplins.
Yeah, Maplin. Yeah.
Yeah, Maplin. Philip Willis got it right. Yeah, Maplin. Radio Shack. That was another old one. Gosh. Yeah, I got it from Maplin, and I saw it on the wall, and I thought, oh, 50 quid. I thought, that must be good.
That is, yeah.
That must be good. That much, you know. So I bought it. Yeah, that was the first thing.
Regton's, Rob Random. I've heard of the Spanky Stick 2000 Turbo. Do you know what? One of my favourite Garretts, I don't know if you've seen it, Dawn, is the Garrett, I think it's GT 5000 that used to speak to you.
Is that your
It was.
favourite?
Yeah, it's one of my. I want to buy one, but they go. I think it's a GT. If anyone's in the chat,
I know what you mean, GT.
GT, or is it Garrett GT 5000? I think it's yellow. Oh, it is a GT. I'm sure it's a Garrett.
Isn't it green?
Yeah. If someone said that in the chat. All right. It's like the investigate. Anyway, I go on, but yeah, it actually had. Oh, someone's. I can't keep up well. Oh, Simon Hadlow. He had one. Oh, was he talking about that? I've missed. Oh, hang on. Dominic Tomsic, Amazon advertising detector for £139 called Find. No, it's not that one. If you're thinking what one it is, I'm going to be testing soon. I'm sure it was a Garrett 5000, GT 5000.
I know what you mean. I can see it in my head. I can see the writing with like a little.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, sorry, but I've been looking on eBay for one because it talks to you, which must have been like your MG Maestro. Because
yeah, it used to go ding dong. Please fasten your seatbelts. Yeah, like I was getting in a plane. That's why I bought it.
What colour was it?
It was like a sky blue with red trim on it. It had like big alloy wheels. It was a bit sporty for the day, you know. A red carpet and everything. Yeah.
Red seat belts.
Yeah. Did you have red seat belts?
Yeah, I used to love
how do you know that?
Right. Should we do Adrian's wall because we've got a prize to give away?
And then after Adrian's wall, I'll tell you another interesting story that's connected to the word vortex. I'm back. I don't know what happened. It just you look like you're like that.
But we all just went. We all just disappeared. I'm streaming off my phone at the moment. 5G. So hopefully you can see me okay. I don't know what happened there. Mate, there hasn't been a worldwide outage, has there? Gremlins, yeah. Oh, Dave has switched them off from Greece. Not to find X. No, it's not a not to find X. Right, let's do Adrian's Wall. So tonight we've got a prize to give away. It's not out yet, but it's coming out very soon. It's from Composite Cleaning Pencil, Graham Dempsey. I've got the bag here, and I will show you what you could have won or have won at the end of Adrian's Wall. It will be posted out tomorrow. And it's quite a funky bit of gear, not gear, equipment. So I will try and do this, Dawn. Dawn, do you remember what it was I told you what it is tonight? No.
I've just got to go outside a minute and save digging.
Oh. I don't know how to send Dawn a message. Oh, here we go. Because I can't see the screen.
Come inside. In. Come in. Do you want to go on the video?
Right. Whilst Dawn's wiping her dog's bottom. James Barnes, hi James. Okay, with a GPX 5000 Garrett. Thank you, Philip Wills. It wasn't a GTI, but I think it came out at the same sort of time as everyone was a GTI. GPX 5000. Must get one on eBay. GPX 5000. Right, Dawn. So I've just put a message to you in the secret chat of what the prize is tonight.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will now
yeah. Right. So this is right. Digging you on the floor. Right. I need to put my glasses near to see it, don't I? So what do I do? Just shout out the name when I see it?
Yeah, when someone guesses what it is. Oh no, I've gone to 2 screens again. Right, so I will. Sorry, what? Oh, here we go.
Oh, hang on a minute. Just let me
Share screen. Window. Right. Oh, I'm going to do a video. Actually, no, I've got to do this. I've got to do this. I think there's some. Oh, can you see Adrian's wall, Dawn?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the numbers to see if anybody says it. Is that wrong?
No, I haven't done it yet. But tonight's show is kindly sponsored by Dig Eyewear and Composite Cleaning Pencil. And whoever wins and guesses what is hidden behind the numbers wins a prize, a new product, which isn't out yet from Composite Cleaning Pencil. So let us know when to pick a number. So, Dawn, as you're the kindly stood in tonight, do you want to pick a number?
I would like number 23, please.
Not that one. Oh, yeah, go on then.
So have they got to guess what that is from that?
Or whatever the next number is.
Right. Who's picking the next number?
Someone in the chat?
Carl Ellis has said 19.
No. 19. Oh.
Oh, Carl. No, nearly. Another one. Hey up me ducks. 13.
It's not a Savaloy.
Oh, we're picking all the ones that are all empty. Fill your divot, 30.
It looks like you've got to think what it looks like, what it could be used for.
Tony Brown, 6.
Ooh. Another one.
Derek Sherwin, 21.
Hello, Derek. Oh.
Oh, look. Dean Everaddy, 10.
I need his full name, Dawn. Sorry, I need you to say his full name.
Dean
I was joking.
Evada. I can't do it.
No, I have trouble.
Sorry,
Dave always. Another one.
Disabled Digger, 9.
Hi, Disabled Digger. Hope you're well.
No, but ooh. Shotto. Oh no, he's just being rude.
I know what you're saying.
Nobody's sending any numbers. Oh, Carl Ellis, 14.
Anyone guessing what it?
Yeah, no, nobody's guessed it yet.
You can win a composite cleaning. It's not a pencil, and it's not cleaning products.
Metal Detective, 22. That's a good one.
So this is something that could have been used.
Something could be used.
Not worn.
Oh, Shotto made a mistake. He meant 18. Metal detecting war relics. Good number, 4.
Hi, Nick. Ooh.
Chrissy 6 has gone already. It's not a grass cutter. It's not a nail cleaner.
It is an implement of use.
Chariot wheel cover thingy. I love that. That's great. You should win that just for that. Potato peeler. Andy Kerridge, 12. Come on, keep putting your numbers on. Chrissy detects, 3. Metal detecting war relics is gone for 20. Heck, it's an hard one, this, Adrian. Fill your divot, 7.
It's something that would have been used by a man or a woman.
Dominic,
on their body.
Dominic, 20. Oh, we've had that one. Sorry, we've had it. 28, he meant. Dominic said 28. Oh. There's some good answers. Fish descaler, axe head, walk, spout, Roman nail for finger cleaner, brain remover.
It's along the lines of what's it called where you clean yourself? Hygiene.
Anything. Skirt hanger. Nope. Do you know if there's some more numbers? I'll just pick one. 26. Fertility trinket, tongue scraper, oil scraper. They're getting on the right sort of lines, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Scraper.
Yeah. Cosmetic.
For dead skin. Ear cleaner. Oh, you're on the right lines. Nail brush. Gary Taylor says 8. Oh no, Gary 18's gone.
I'll do number 2.
Yeah. Roman nail scraper.
Bugger.
Oh, what sort of competition is that? Graham Dempsey says, oh wait, who's got it first? Wait a minute, it's wall cleaner. Where's he gone? Metal detector. Oh no, it's a bum wiper.
Come on, someone guess what it is from reading on the screen.
Razor. I'm just going to have to check.
Eagle-eyed.
Oh no, the American metal detector.
Mercian, we'll let him have that. We would have had to give it away anyway.
Mercian metal detector said razor first.
Right, yeah, he did, and he's got a Garrett Vortex, or he's got one coming, but he won one on the Garrett launch.
Is he like that lucky guy that wins everything?
No, that's Nick Berry and Philip Wills who are in the chat. The Mercian Metal Detecting, if you could go to bigdetectingshow.com, our website, go on the Contact Us page, put your name and your address, and you will get... Oh, stop sharing. I'll just put this on big screen, Dawn.
It was interesting. Good fun. I enjoyed that.
So, this is new from the Composite Cleaning Pencil. This is a new field cleaning kit. So on here, you have a key ring holder where you can put it on your lanyard or whatever. You have a nice little sharp, it's like composite cleaning pencil bit there, that bit there. And that's like a brass tip one for sharpening. And this bit I like, it's like a little sort of soft, it's not a Brillo pad, but it's like a very fine brush. And then for those crusty Romans, you've got a wire brush. So we will send you one of those, and hopefully you'll get on. Yeah, so that will be available very soon from the Composite Cleaning Pencil. Graham Dempsey, thank you very much. And as you can see, that's a cracking bit of kit there. So thank you, Graham. If you go to cleaningpencil.com, it will be on there soon, no doubt. Right, I need to get Dawn back. So what a faff, absolute. But I thought
it was good fun until you ruined it at the end. But it all worked out in the end.
Yeah, I did ruin it. I knew I was going to do it. This problem I've got with my key, James. You wouldn't put it in your pocket. You'd hang it on a lanyard outside. So when you're walking along, you know, like when you're at school, and you had one locker key and a door key. It'd be like that.
Pull it then, can't you?
Yeah. But I think personally, for me, I'd have it on a lanyard or a pulley thing. Maybe he'll sell it with that. But I'm interested in what people think of that, because it's a new product out, and I think it's quite handy. Because when you're in the field,
to have it all together.
Yeah, I mean, quite often you're in the field. Classic one for me would be, I find a crotal bell, and they're full of mud. And when I get home, I wash it, clean it. But sometimes you want to just give it a quick brush to see if it's got any padding on it or something. So yeah, great little product. So interested in Michael Jarvis, nice bit of kit, sweet scraper. Can you treat syphilis with it? I'll ask Dave. Chlamydia. Andy Kerridge, what's the price? I don't know yet. It's not going to be a lot. It's not going to be a lot. I don't know, but I'd pay, I don't know, let's say each one was £3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 quid, probably a bit too much, but 15 quid is probably,
I think that's all right. I mean, what can you buy for 15 quid nowadays?
Can't even buy 20 Bensons for 15 quid. I
Can't
don't
buy
think.
anything for 15
You
quid.
can't buy.
Every time I go
you
to
can't
the
buy-
co-op, it's more than that. When I
Three
just go and
pints.
get broccoli.
3 pints is more than that. But yeah, it's looking good. Oh, Philip Wheels protective pouch. Oh, and maybe articulate them near the top so they hang together. Yeah, you could have it's new, it's coming out, so it might change slightly, but I'm looking forward to
Everybody has the stuff in different areas anyway, don't they? I mean, I've got my stuff now where I know exactly where my pinpointer is, and it's like I pull it out like I'm in a cow, like in a cowboy film, and I know Sporty Spade goes back, and I do everything in like a little pattern every time.
Yeah.
So you'll find everybody puts stuff somewhere. I think I would put my little cleaning things like that on an attachment on my bag.
Yeah, I'd probably
on a little lanyard, so I could just stretch it if I wanted to, but it weren't like.
Yeah, I've still yet to find a comfortable set of apparel to wear because I use different detectors, so I'll have a different pinpointer, or I test different pinpointers, making sure they don't affect the frequency of the machine and all that, and then I'll have a different digging tool. And the only thing I actually had, which I think you can still get it, is a company in called Capan, and they made like a backpack.
Oh yeah, that's like Capan's. They sell them Questra detectors in.
That's it. Yeah, because them. But it's quite dear. It's about 85 quid. But
Capan bag, what they gave me last time I was there.
Is it the backpack one?
Might be.
Yeah, it's really. Graham Dempsey's actually got.
No, it's not. It's a more of a finds bag, and I was going to use it because it's really nice, but just never. I have to carry my cameras around and everything, and now I've got my little drone going with me here as well. Little drone here. So
Sorry, Gareth Howard's just said Razor. Yes, Gareth. Sorry, he's. Do you remember dial-up broadband, Dawn? Gareth's on dial-up. Yeah, he's still on AOL dial-up. So he normally watches the show about 3 or 4 minutes delay, and he's the only person I think who watches it through a black and white television still, which is nice.
Are you really true? Is that really true?
Yeah, Gareth. Bless him. He's a really nice guy. He's in the chat. He lives with his second uncle or something. He lives in the Hebrides. And they haven't got much money, work on a sheep farm, and they've got really bad electricity, and they've not got hot water, and they've got they haven't got proper internet. So he's still on dial-up, and he's been watching the show for years, but he's always on a 2 or 3 minute delay. So
you should let him win then, just for the effort of coming to watch.
Well, he's not got email, and he hasn't got a phone, so
that sounds quite a good life to me. That imagine you, but he doesn't have any stress, does he?
No, and he's not got. He's blind as well, so he has to rely on his second uncle to translate like things on the screen to him. So bless him, nice bloke. The price. The price of this.
Why do you just believe anything, me? I just went too far there when you said he was blind.
Yeah. Gareth's second uncle's just put the leg is powered by a small Shetland pony. Called Colin. Right. This will be £15.
15 quid. I think it's well worth it, that. I mean, what can you get for £15 now? And the amount of times I thought, God, wish you had a little brush with me.
Yes. So, let's get rid of that. So thank you, Graham. It will be available very, very soon. Sorry. Jim Panting, my chat is on laptop with the presenters on the TV. Oh, that's a good one. Not that I've ever watched the show, although
a bit big, Jim, on your screen. Don't have me too big.
No, that's weird, Jim. That someone's.
A lot of people watch stuff on the TV now, though, and then do the chat. I would do that. Do my chat on the phone because you can do it quickly, can't you?
Yeah, I think sometimes I've watched the show back when I think I've said something untoward, or Dave said something funny, or like tonight, Dawn, you burping. That'll be on the show every week now. That'll be like a mini clip in there.
Don't, please.
Right.
You might never see me again anyway, because you know where I'm going next week.
Nando's,
Nope.
Wimpy,
Nope. Portugal.
Blondie. Oh, Portugal. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Why are you going there?
To be in a film.
Oh,
I'm being in a film as a proper actress. Metal detecting actress, obviously. But yeah, go. So they pay for me, have my flights and everything. Don't really know who they are. Don't know where I'm going in Portugal. Just going. You might never see me again. It might be being, might be a big setup just to murder me or something. Or I might get there to be a film and they've got a big pole there and say start dancing around that.
I did see that actually. I did see them asking for actors online for that. It's called the Big Dick Tetris.
Anyway, so I'm going on Thursday and I'll be coming back on Sunday night. But I think it should be a bit of a good adventure. I mean, I like a nice adventure.
Yeah,
they are proper people. I've had proper Zoom meetings with them and everything. But what was really sort of made me do it in the end was because on the day that the Vortex got launched, online, which was a month or so, well, it's about 2 months back now, weren't it? It was on the same day that they'd asked me if they could do a Zoom call with me. And then they was explaining to me about what this film's about and everything. And it's based around a vortex, but in a Bermuda Triangle. And things are like they've got this vortex. It's all like it's being filmed like, like they have it on Netflix now, where it's sort of as though it's a documentary sort of live rather than being an action thriller. It's done like that, like a live, and there's all twists and turns to the plot and the story. But there's something to do with the Bermuda Triangle. There's this big vortex, and things start turning up. Like World War II plane engine dials from planes and things like that. And then they've got all this other stuff, which obviously I don't know about. And so hence me come along, you see, and then my part is to I don't know till I get there, really.
Dominic's put in the chat, are you sure you're back on Sunday, or you might be back last Sunday?
Well, what a great idea. I might have already been. You
might come back and you're only 21.
Well, that wouldn't be too bad, would it?
Without I've got to be careful how I say this. When we were at Detectival and it was really hot and we sat in the tent drinking beer, you told me about a series you'd done with someone which was going to be out soon. Is there any more news on that?
I think the whole programme's been scrapped because I think it should have been out. They sent us an email saying it's something about it had been scrapped or something, and I was thinking it was just us that had been scrapped, but I think it was the whole programme because it was supposed to be out about 6-7 months ago. I've not seen it.
That sounded really good. That sounded really good. We won't talk about it tonight, but maybe next year we'll talk about it. But the person you were with, and it would have been a really good. Sandy Toxvig, number 73. How you get into gear and hit this street.
She's great as well. We had a right laugh, honestly. We were proper bantering. It's good. She's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also think it's all gone wrong. So now I'll just have to make my debut in Portugal. But I mean, the thing that I'm worrying about a little bit is that I think I might be stood in a field in Portugal at 42 degrees while they're filming me digging up a little plane.
Yeah.
So at least I'll come back with a tan.
Yeah, that's true. And they'll probably put you in somewhere nice. You're not taking your pinpointer as hand luggage, are you?
No, I'm going to put it in my case.
That's right.
I mean, I did say to him because obviously they're looking at everything, and they don't know anything about metal detecting really, apart from what they want in the film. You know, like they've got this idea of it and everything. So I did send him a message a few weeks back, and I said, "You do know that metal detecting is illegal in Portugal, don't you?" Because I had a look online. I thought I don't want to get arrested at the airport, you know, for having stuff on it. So you've got to apply for special permits and things. So anyway, they've got back onto me now. They need to know the exact brand of metal detector I've got, and so they're getting me a permit so that I can. It's probably due. I mean, they've said I'm not going to be digging near anywhere. It's all rural, private land that they're on. You know, where they arrange to do these things, but it's still illegal. So anyway, so they've got me a proper permit now. So at least I won't have my stuff took off me.
Well, be careful out there. We could see a GoFundMe, get Dawn out of prison in Portugal.
You can imagine that happening to me, couldn't you?
Yeah. She got bundled away by a load of police in Portugal. She's been inside for 6 years. Graham Dempsey, I knew about this. Composite Cleaning Pencil have got some of their cleaning products as props in a series of the Chelsea Detective.
Oh, well done, Graham.
Yeah. It's round. I found it in the ground. Dawn will be on the red carpet next.
Well, I might be the red carpet where I'm just red burnt and just fell on the floor through dehydration. The red rug, I might be. I hope they don't really know about me. I mean, I'm always going on about the weather. I'm moaning because I want to make a complaint to somewhere because it's cold. I want to complain because it's raining all the time. But then you put me somewhere hot and I just walk around going, I'm too hot.
That's English though, isn't it?
Is it?
English. Yeah, it's English, isn't it? Oh.
And then when I was in Texas last year and I was looking at them all, they were all like giving it some and they baking it and that. And I just had to keep going sitting in the truck because it was just too hot. I couldn't deal with it. You're supposed to get used to it, don't you?
Well, I think when you were out in the States, out of interest, did you dig? Was it easy to dig deep, like targets? Because a lot of the stuff isn't deep, is it?
Well, not really. I didn't have to really go deep because when we went to the big Garrett hunt, obviously the American hunts, if you don't know, a lot of them are seeded. And they put about $10,000 worth of gold and silver coins everywhere. So everybody's just like, but they're only, because they've been seeded, they're only like not very deep. You know, you just need something that's fast that you can run across and you just grab them. And then when we went doing more private digging rather than the rally, and we went to Louisiana, the fields there just go, you know, when you go into Norfolk and Lincoln and you've got them fields that are flat that just go on forever and ever. Every field's like that. There was one that was 3 miles wide. One field was 3 miles wide.
And I bet I'd like,
but they were all ploughed and stuff, and there were like dust bowls blowing everywhere. But the strange thing there, you see, is because America doesn't have as much history as us, and it doesn't go back as far. They've got to sort of find the metal history in terms of old buildings that used to be there, or you know, things that you know, these cellar holes. And we went to Louisiana and we went to a place where they had an old, like a plantation row that had all been burnt down and gone and everything. So when you looked at the field, it just looked like a big massive ploughed field that you'd see in Lincoln or Norfolk. But it was where the buildings had been, it was all trashy. You see, so
yeah, that's what,
and they loved that. They were dead excited. Where for me, it was like I just kept backing up because my natural thing would be to get away from the trash a bit, just get onto the outsides. But as you move back, there's nothing there. You know what I mean? So it's all my eyes really, because I've been to a few different countries now detecting, and they all detect differently. They've all got different needs and different, you know, to do with ground conditions and everything else like that. They've all got different things. So I mean,
James Barnes has just put the US my detecting nightmare, and I think when you see all these YouTubers and some companies, they're constantly talking about iron and like got like 10 nails and like a horseshoe and a dime.
No, it's Civil War big
and
stuff
I just think,
there.
I said we have a lot of iron, but it's historical iron. And it's
I don't know. And this is a lot of talking about iron bias at the moment, and I think Garrett might be looking at that with the new Vortex. But there's so much discussion about iron bias and in iron ground, and I just think flipping heck, it's what Tony Kaywood said earlier. The more things we got, the better. Yeah, that's good if you know what you're doing. But if you mess up your iron
How
bias,
many people would actually, if you asked them, knew what iron bias was?
well, Dave invented it. Dave invented it. Yeah, but no, yeah. There's so many things now that you can mess up a machine with, and I must admit, with the Vortex, it is the Vortex, isn't it? No, it's not.
Victor.
It is Victor. It looks quite simple. Have you had a play with the custom mode yet?
I've been tending to at the minute. I've just been running it flat out. I've been at it on 0 mode, full sensitivity. I've just been running it completely flat out.
Yeah.
So I've not really messed about with any custom mode yet, but there is a lot of custom modes in there, and there's different iron volumes and all sorts of things going on.
No, it's interesting. Jim panting, there'll be a lot of iron in Ukraine. Yes, there sadly will. Actually, do you remember when I had the Apex Dawn? That's in Ukraine at the moment. I donated it. Treasure Hunting Magazine donated a load of stuff to help Ukraine, and we sent out an Apex. So I don't know.
Nice.
It could actually be used as we speak for mines. I don't know. But yeah. So as anyone, Gareth Howard, don't be smuggling Eccles cakes into Portugal, Dawn, because that's illegal too.
Eccles cake. I'm going to take in a few bits of pots of peas and some gravy so I can put it on my chips.
And a Savoy. Leaf, the Mercian metal detecting. Leif Erikson discovered America. There must be Viking metal. Yeah, I think there's going to be. There are Americans who dedicate their hobby of discovering their country more and treasures, hidden buried treasures. And there's
the things there, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And
it's just how deep we are in it after all that time of.
Well, they don't exactly, they've not got a lot of footfall, have they? It's like my house being the size of sort of the Olympic Stadium. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to tread over it and dump. No. So the thing that I can't get my head around is America. I see these huge fields, and naturally my instinct goes, "Oh my God!" And
well, that's what was happening to me. Yeah.
And then you think there's probably out of 4 square miles of fields, there's probably a football pitch size that's actually got anything on it, and that's probably a house with just a load of bean tins in it or something. Philip Wills, Swedish were in America in the late 1300s, 1362 to be precise. Thank you, Philip. I would like. I did have a cousin in Texas, but unfortunately she passed away last year, and I was looking forward to going out there. It's
a great place. I love it, me. People are so nice and food's great, and just being everybody lives a different culture. They all just sit out eating meals and food's. It's lovely. I could live there, but
What when you went on those hunts? Oh, it was Garrett hunts, wasn't it?
Well, I went on Garrett hunts, but what you mean in America?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did an organised Garrett weekender, but then midweek, because obviously then we went on private digs then in Louisiana.
On the Garrett hunts, does everyone have a Garrett detector or is it mixed?
Oh, it's mixed still, but I mean, there's quite an high proportion of Garretts. But it's still mixed like you would get anywhere, yeah.
Yeah, probably how England was with C-scope in the late 70s.
Yeah.
Right. Dave Moore, just come back from Boston. Loads of history there. Really, Dave?
Have you gone off again?
Why did we go again? Am I back? Am I back? Can you see me? Dawn's back.
Did you go off
There's
again?
problems. We both went off, didn't we? There's problems tonight. I think Dave has got some sort of child.
I think he's doing something. He's probably sat in the pool with his little pint of beer or whatever he's got and a bag of crisps, just laughing on his phone because he's disrupting us.
Well, I think tonight he was doing pottery classes, which I was quite surprised about.
On holiday, doing pottery class?
Yeah, he's on a communal. You know, the holiday he's gone on. He's gone like on one of them communal camps things.
Oh,
And
right.
he-
When I do that sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah. So no, I'm joking. Pottery.
I just believe anything. What is up with it? God.
Donna Martin, sorry, Donna, you were saying my family own a lot of land in the US, lots of old farmsteads. Oh my God, Donna, that's interesting. Have you detected out there, Donna? And how did you find it? Actually, we'll get you on the show because you've been on before. We'll get you on the show soon to talk about that because they must. If you detect in the States. Did people come up to you, Dawn, and say, "Oh, you're from England. Have you found much?" And did you start showing them stuff? And they were like,
Well, no, they just, I mean, they're all really nice, you know. They always say, "Oh, I wish you could find stuff as old as you do and things." But you know, some of them, there's some areas like Pennsylvania and around there, and they get old, really old stuff, you know, George First coins and things like that. What
Yeah.
I totally agree with what one guy said then. Like Franz Bonham.
Philia
Ring finger. Yeah, what's the chance of me finding a ring finger of George III in Portugal? I'd say they're quite high, actually, especially on the ring thing.
George the Turd.
George III.
Donna Martin, so interested to have a go. Not yet, but there are some mysterious graves on my brother's land. Oh my Lord. Do you know what, Dawn? I've thanks to that, Donna. I've actually detected on an old grave site in the UK legally with approval, and that was weird. I won't say where it was, but it was the cemetery was shut in 1962, and there were footpaths, and it was in a country park, and we were given permission to detect the footpaths because it dated back to when the plague. There were people buried there from the plague, and I had some. What are you laughing at? Slow grade.
I put money on Dawn finding something that was made in Rochdale in Portugal. Rochdale co-op token. I think, oh, how did that get here? Or a 2p. Imagine that, finding it, going to Portugal, finding a 2p.
Yeah, you probably will. Actually, talking of money.
I mean, if it's illegal in Portugal, and I've got a special permit, which this film have organised for me, to detect, I might be finding loads, because nobody else will have found it.
You should, in theory. You should, in theory.
I'm the only person that's detected it.
When was the last time you found a half p?
Wasn't that long ago? You mean the very tiny one?
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, I think I've had one with the Vortex. I've had loads of coins with that Vortex, honestly.
Yeah. Well,
it's proper coin sniffer.
Because Henry found. What did Henry find?
He found a gold stater, and Marcus did as well.
Yeah. Oh, Marcus. Yeah, he came on the show and showed us that, which was amazing. And I know he's not the sort of guy.
Honest as the day
and the same with. And Henry's a lovely guy.
And the same with Henry. Well. Henry's as you know. He found some great finds that day. But I mean, it's great land, weren't it?
Yeah.
Down your area.
It's definitely good land. But no, the reason I mention half p because when I was about when you get to the age when you start getting money like 11 or 12 pocket money and stuff like that, you always got half p's, and you could buy a chew, couldn't you, or a mojo? You could buy a chew or so with half p, but I didn't really like sweets, so we just used to throw them at people. So
I spent all mine on sweets.
I did. We used to throw half p's. I'll tell
you what we did used to do, which was a bit naughty. We used to put pennies on train tracks and then lie under the train tracks while the train went over, and then go and collect the penny that was squashed. That was what you did. That's what you did in the old days for fun when you didn't have any internet.
I think that should be a quote from you, Dawn. That's what you did for fun in the old days before you had internet. Yeah. But anyway, it's the end of the show. That's gone really quick, actually. So
yeah. So if you don't ever see me again, or if I disappear, can you send the police to Portugal?
Well, either that or the railway police will be on.
Yeah, I don't even know which bit of Portugal I'm going to.
Well, you could have caused a big rail crash in like the early 80s because you were putting pennies on the track. But Dawn, thanks for coming on tonight. Pleasure as always, and laugh. And I
four blackjacks for a penny, Michael Jarvis. You're right. We could get and then fruit salads were nice as well, and you could get 4 of them for that. And do you remember the strawberry laces? We used to get them coming home from school time together, and then use them as skipping rope, skip up way home, and then eat them after
like candy.
All the dog poo and everything. Just eat them after.
I used to like spaceships, fizz bombs, and candy tools, which I like. It's like a chocolate saw for 2p, but it was quite big. We could talk about sweets.
Yeah.
And the Gold Rush. Do you remember the Gold Rush sacks?
Were they like
chewing gum?
Oh, was it? No, I remember. Do you remember like little Pirates tobacco? It was like a little packet of tobacco, and it was all dead nice and sweet, though.
And Bazooka Joes. Anyway, we can talk all night. Dawn, have a safe time in journey in Portugal. Fingers crossed you come back.
Which way are you looking? I'll try then, Adrian, to not be murdered while I'm there.
And Dawn's going to be filming the Big Dick Texting show. It's predominantly men in the show, but she's going to be on there. So thank you, as always, everyone, for watching tonight. Thank you, Dawn, for coming on. And also
always a pleasure, Adrian. We'll see you. Are you going to Rodney Cook?
Yeah. I'll do that.
I'll see you there then.
Yeah. We'll sit in that tent again drinking.
Diggy's going to come, but he's not allowed.
Why?
There's no dogs allowed. So I know it's a bit sad, but I mean the rules are ruling. If you can't come, but because I'm like with the Garrett team for 10 days, because I'm actually driving them around this year, which is going to be like holding corks underwater. So because I'm away for 10 days, I need to take Diggy with me, but obviously I can't take him now to there. So what I'm going to have to do is miss the Sunday, drive home to Rochdale, which is going to take about 4 hours, drive back again to make sure that the dig's ended, because obviously Diggy can't go in because he's not allowed, and then just pick them up, and then we're off to Lincolnshire.
I think it'll be a nice time. I'm confused because it's the end of the show, Dawn, and I don't quite know. I'm going to end something on the show tonight on something different and weird. One of our viewers was a member of our did a competition with us every week for years. I'm just going to play that tonight because it's a bit random. But thank you, Dawn. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you again next week.
Okay. Bye. Bye.